Previously on TV Tuners.
Where's Stairmaster? I know you have him.
The dance is tomorrow night and I have nothing.
Whoa, that guy's got a cannon and he's aiming it right at us.
Have you ever tried selling?
Now, hold on. You're telling me that they've got nukes underground?
The car is heading straight for that cliff! Oh no! And now, TV Tuners continues. Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners, a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive into the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson, and with me, as always, is my co-host and person reliving each day of his life, Kiorein.
Look, I'm telling you, it's these drugs. I'm not crazy. It's the drugs, okay?
You sound a little wild there, Kiorein.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Yes, that's right. That's another episode of TV Tuners, just me and Kiorein, as it always is.
Yep, we never had another person on this podcast.
No, there's never been a third person. That's ridiculous to even think about. I mean, we're such a dynamic duo.
Yeah, there's been rumors of a third member, but these have been dispelled countless times. There's no third member. It's never happened. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, we're a wonderful combination, like peanut butter and anchovies.
Yeah, everything is fine here. We're a delicious, sweet, and savory snack to put in your mouth and enjoy.
We're like oil and vinegar.
Mixing together real nice.
Yep.
Making a nice mixture.
We're like a dog and a cat.
We're like ranch dressing on a hot dog.
Yeah, perfect. Anyway, what'd you watch this week, Kio?
I didn't watch anything this week. I was busy going on adventures and stuff.
Adventures?
Yeah, there was this guy. He had like a quest for me. He wanted me to find this lost medallion.
Oh, did you find it?
No.
Oh, well, that's not much of an adventure.
Well, I looked for it. I went to this castle and these guys were like, "You're not getting in here." And I said, "Please." And they're like, "No." I said, "But I have to find the medallion." They're like, "Go home, kid." So I went home.
Wow, you're not much of an adventurer, Kiorein. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Well, how am I supposed to get in there? They said no.
Well, you like sneak in or like beat them up.
Like what? Was I supposed to hop into one of those big hay bales they kept bringing in and out of the building?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. Why would they do that? Like,
well,
they
if
have
you
like
really want
horses
the medallion,
in there?
Yeah. I mean, maybe they have horses in there. I don't know.
That's dirty. I don't want to ride in that wagon.
Yeah. See, an adventurer wouldn't think about it like that. You're not much of an adventurer, Kiorein.
Okay, so what would you have done?
I'd hop in that hay barrel, and then I'd get in and do my stuff, my adventuring stuff.
I bet the medallion wasn't even in there. Probably just like a hint on where to get it or something. That's too much work. I went home.
Wow, you'll never make it at this rate, Kiorein.
Well, I'm fine with that. I'm content. So what'd you watch?
I continued my trek through a show that I didn't mention on this podcast before. I watched the latest season of Mystery Science Theater 3000. I'm about 2 months, maybe 3 months behind on watching that, but I did finally watch it.
Are they still making that, or what's the story?
Yeah, I mean, they did the revival like a year and a half ago, and now they have a new season.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think it's more consistent than the revival season was.
Does it make you smile and laugh in that order?
Yes, it makes me smile and go, haha.
Mostly smiling, it sounds like.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But it's a pretty consistent episodes there. Lots of bad movies. There's
How often do you react to media by smiling at it?
I get often enough that I don't think about it.
Yeah. It's a tough question. Usually it's like I'm either laughing or I'm just stone-faced or I'm scared. And I'm like,
you're never confused?
Well, if the show is confusing me, I'm just like, this is stupid, and I'm angry. I'm like, ugh.
That explains why you're always punching things when we're watching shows for this program.
Yeah.
It was good. The selection of bad movies was top. There was only one that was lackluster.
Seemed to always be able to find more that I've never heard of on that program.
Yeah, that's kind of their whole deal, is finding bad movies that you've never heard of and then making fun of them.
They're really good at it, though.
They did do one popular bad movie. They did Mac and Me.
Never heard of it.
It was a rip-off of E.T. that also had a lot of product placement for McDonald's.
Oh.
It was one of the best episodes of the season. It was fun.
There's no way you can't get a bunch of ripping out of something like that, though.
Yeah, it's designed to be riffed. Unlike the worst one, which was a film by the company that makes all of those Transmorphers and Sharknado and all of those purposely bad movies.
Yeah, I think we learned on this podcast that it's just not possible to riff on that. It's just it's just painful.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it was for this one too. Which was it was enjoyable, but compared to everything else. I mean, they have a movie where there's killer fish, but no one actually gets killed by the fish.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can add to something that's deliberately campy like that. It's okay, that's the whole point, is that it's bad, really.
Yeah.
So, you can enjoy it basically by enjoying the media as it's presented, but it's so hard to add something to it.
It's hard to mock a movie that is designed to be as bad as purposely designed to be a cash grab.
Yeah. Because it's clear, no one cared for it to be good, so...
Yeah, a lot of those movies... First off, the movie is called Atlantic Rim, because much like Transmorphers or I don't know what they do for the Avengers, probably the...
Revengers.
Yeah, that probably is it. And they do Thord for Thor. Fjord.
Oh my god.
And yeah, the whole purpose of those is to confuse people who don't actually know what that product is into buying that product thinking it's the actual thing.
Yeah, that's pretty despicable.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I watched. And that's what you watched, sort of. And that's what we watched.
I thought I absorbed it through your mind energy.
Yeah, you do that and it's unsettling. That's the part that's unsettling. That sound.
What? What's wrong with that sound?
It's gross.
Well, how else am I going to absorb your mind energy?
I don't know, silently.
Well, I've become attuned to the TV news we're going to talk about.
Yes, you're right. There is some TV news. You know, Kiorein, an event happened this Sunday.
We praised our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Well, that happens every Sunday. What I mean is this event that happens once a Sunday a year, which is the perfect phrasing for that.
Once a Sunday a year.
That's the only acceptable phrasing, yeah.
We all gather round to the ball pit and watch men slam each other around.
We watch men bounce and juggle. And then the ball is there, and they
kick it and jump on it and stuff. Yeah.
They eat it. If they get real nasty.
I didn't see that part. Did they do that this year?
That's what they do in celebrations sometimes. They eat the ball like a snack. Anyway,
I gotta watch that.
Everyone knows the best part about the Superbowl is the halftime show. Everyone loves that.
Oh, yeah, where they praise our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
That's right. Usually they do that by having someone popular come out. This year they settled for Maroon 5.
Who?
You know, those guys that do those songs, like Moves Like Jagger.
Oh, no.
That's the appropriate reaction. Yeah. They had to settle for Maroon 5 because no one else really wanted to play the halftime show because, you know, the NFL is kind of a toxic cesspool currently.
What, because of the brain problem stuff or the kneeling thing or what? What's the story?
Both of those are accurate. Sort of got the 2-for-1 special going on there. So,
I can see the problem there.
Yeah. So Maroon 5 played a set with notable up-and-coming rapper Travis Scott and notable untalented or less talented half of Outkast Big Boy, who both showed up.
Got that.
Who both showed up for one song. But during Travis Scott's intro, Keo, something TV related happened.
Ooh, so, okay, this was on TV, right? They aired the Super Bowl on television. You didn't have to be there, right?
No, yeah, they aired it on TV. You didn't have to just be there live to see it.
Because back in my day, when we didn't have any televisions, we had to actually go to events to see them. Or, yeah, I mean, the radio came around, and that kind of helped, but you couldn't see it unless you were there back in my day.
Your day?
Yeah, my day.
How old are you?
Swanson. We talked about this when we were discussing the trailers. I'm a vampire. I'm like over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to that. Anyway, so they decided to add in a little, you know, Spongebob intro into Travis Scott's performance.
Ooh, I bet that was popular.
You would think so. It wasn't, though. So this all started because people on Twitter decided that they should do this in memory of the creator of SpongeBob, who died last year.
Mm-hmm. I like it so far.
Yeah, you know, in honor of that classic episode of SpongeBob where they played the Bubble Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and they sing that song where it's like, "Victory's time is now." That's how the song goes. They're like, "It's time for the victory."
I think it's like, tasty, tasty victory, yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right. I feel like it sounded like, you know, like, "This is victory's a snack, and I'm a munch. Own it."
Either way, yeah, that was a good episode and a good song.
Yeah.
So how'd they ruin it?
What they did instead was have a very short introduction from the guy who plays Squidward. Like, Squidward's animation was there, and it was clearly just from that episode, slightly edited so he can, like, talk.
So they didn't even bother spending some money getting it animated?
That's right. And then
okay.
cartoon meteors hit the stage, and Travis Scott appeared. Singing a song, swearing a lot, by the way, which is great, because they had to leave that out, but...
So what you're saying is they alluded to a SpongeBob reference and then exploded it and had him do something expletive and not for children.
That's right. And they did not play Sweet Victory, which angered people on the internet, because sure. Most things do anger people on the internet, to be fair.
I'm angry. I'm going on Twitter right now, and I'm gonna put out a real fire tweet on this one.
For me, the angriest part was when Adam Levine took his shirt off. That's the lead singer of Maroon 5.
I'm tweeting that.
He had a big tattoo that just said California.
Okay, I'm mad about that. I'm tweeting about that.
Do people get big tattoos of the state they live in? Like, in case they forget?
I mean, like, you don't put a big one.
It's like, it was like under his belly button, like in big letters, California.
No. Like, what I did was on my shoulder, I put like a little, like, not the word California, but, the shape of the state on my shoulder.
That's clever, I guess.
Yeah, so if I ever take my shirt off and I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm from that state that looks like a kind of like a piece of bacon that's kind of bent a little bit. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's where I live. Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, wow, time to take a shower. Get all steamy.
To be fair, I don't know if I painted the picture right. He has a lot of tattoos. The California one is just the most noticeable one.
Oh, I pictured like a person with like completely untattooed skin all over his body, but just a big California tattoo.
No, yeah, he has a lot of tattoos. Like he has a butterfly on like his
on his thigh.
No, you can see his thigh. He has like a butterfly on his like where his kidney would be to represent that the kidneys are the butterflies of the body. A popular saying.
Like, the kidneys like pick up some like pollen and eat it, I guess. That's what butterflies do with it.
Yeah, that's a butterfly, all right.
Okay, I thought it was going to be on his thigh so it would rhyme, but apparently not.
No, that would no rhyming.
I was hoping he came out in a Speedo so you could see his thighs.
No,
as he shredded on his guitar.
You see, that would have made it interesting, Kiorein, and if there was one thing about the entirety of the Super Bowl, it was not interesting.
Oh, but I thought everyone liked watching people slam around and throw balls and
they do, usually, but not this time around, I guess.
Why? What's the difference?
Well, the score of the game was like 14-3.
Oh, so it was like a blowout. One team was just too good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. It was just really boring to watch. What do you want from me?
Who won the Super Bowl?
The Brady boy.
Deflategate won the Super Bowl? I thought they stopped doing that.
Well, they stopped deflating, yeah.
Man, what a bunch of cheaters.
They cheated
by not cheating anymore.
They said, "Hey, no more cheating," and then they won again.
Here's what happened. The other team that was playing, the deflate team, were like, "Okay, we're going to adjust our strategy to take into account that they're going to cheat." And then they came out and they didn't cheat. So then
that's
won.
How they get you. Yeah, that's how they get you. You never know when you're playing them if they're going to cheat or not. So you can't plan around it. It's classic coaching strategy. Cheat sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah. Brilliant. I've learned a lot today. Have you learned a lot today?
Yeah, let's move on, huh? So, you like Bert and Ernie?
Yes. They're my friends.
Everyone's favorite Sesame Street duo. Of course, there's been some hubbub for a bit that, they might be gay.
Really now?
There's people who are saying, Bert and Ernie are gay. That's been a recurring joke for, how long have we been alive?
Well, I don't want to dredge this up again, but I am really old, thousands of years. Blah,
yeah,
blah,
it's
blah.
been about that old, that joke.
Yeah.
But recently, someone who works exclusively with Bert and Ernie got the scoop.
Did he interview them and ask him?
The unfortunately named Brown Johnson, the executive vice president of the Sesame Workshop, said that people can think whatever they want about Bert and Ernie. You want to think they're gay? Okay. You want to think they're not gay? They're not gay.
So he said a big old nothing.
He said a whole lot of nothing. Still better than an earlier claim by someone else who works for Sesame Street who said that they remain puppets and do not have a sexual orientation.
Hey, viewers out there, if you want to think Swanson and I are gay lovers, you can go ahead and think that. But if you think we're not, then go ahead and think that too. Hey, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, there's nothing to say here. Maybe we're making out right now, maybe we're not.
Yeah, who's to say? I have no comment on the matter.
There's nothing, more inclusionary than not saying that someone is not or is gay.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you make a political statement, really, is you just say, it could be either way. Think of it your way. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Look, I'm not saying Mike Pence fucks horses, but I'm also not saying that he doesn't.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, something might happen when he takes that horse into the stable. Something might not. We're not saying anything.
You make your own choices about what Mike Pence does with horses.
If you sense some sexual tension in those photographs of Michael Pence with horses, you can go ahead and think that. Go ahead and think there's nothing. It's your choice. Your call. It's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see why someone making a kid show doesn't want to make a bold political statement, but just don't say anything.
Yeah, why would someone making a kids show want to make the statement that gay people are equal? Ridiculous. Why would you want to say that?
I mean, I think that obviously he should be able to come out and make a statement on it. Say, yeah, they're gay, and nobody should care. But we don't live in that world. We live in a world where people are going to have torches out saying, we're going to burn down Sesame Street itself now.
Yeah, I don't know. Sesame Street's kind of like Teflon at this point. I don't think you can really do anything to it, even if that was the case.
Yeah, but it might be like stressful for 3 days. You can't have that.
Yeah, that's true. I hate 3 days of stress. All right, well, there's one last bit of news, Kiorein, and it's about our old buddy.
Oh.
That's right, Kiorein. It's about me, Bill Clinton.
Ah!
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Where's Swanson?
Don't worry about him, okay? It's just me and you right now talking.
Oh, okay.
Here, have a cheeseburger. Calm your nerves.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Okay,
cheeseburger
Mr. President, what exactly are you related to the news, or?
Oh, I'm always related to the news, just in ways that you never expect or want.
That's a little unsettling. So, what's going on?
I have a book. It's called The President is Missing. Maybe you heard of it.
That sounds really fascinating, Mr. President. But this is a TV podcast. I don't.
Well, hold on to your britches there, pal. I got something for you, okay?
Okay.
It's getting turned into a TV show.
Oh.
That's
well,
right.
I'm sure it's going to be a very good, engaging, gripping show. What's it about? The president's missing?
As the title kind of clarifies, the president is missing.
So the show's about like what, finding him, or is he just dead, or what's the deal?
All right, let me lay out here the premise, all right? And I want to state for everybody listening, this is not a joke. This is the actual premise of this book, The President is Missing. Okay?
I'm ready. I'm fascinated. Hang on every word, Mr. President.
A noble president sneaks out of the White House so he can single-handedly foil a cyber-terrorism attack. And that's kind of what the book is.
That sounds very gripping, sir.
Yeah, it sounds like you could get at least 5 seasons of TV out of that.
Okay, the president. Sorry, I.
Yeah, you need some water or something, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're coughing a lot.
So the president just kind of leaves and goes on a cyber terror adventure.
Yeah, as we do. And you can tell it's realistic because I was the president.
Is this just like what you sat and daydreamed about while you were in the White House, just going off on some adventure?
It wasn't while I was in the White House. It was usually what I thought about while I was in Air Force One. there's not a whole lot to do up there.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure how... So the president just goes missing and people are searching for him, or...
Yeah, I mean, people are looking around for me while I'm doing my vigilance to look out for the cyber terrorism.
Oh, you? You're the star of the book?
Well, the president is the president, but, like I said, he was a noble president, and that's me to a T. Nothing unnoble about me.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, certainly nothing that anybody would say to my face.
It's definitely not. I would never think of crossing you, sir. Absolutely not.
That's right. All right, well, gotta go. Bye. Wow. What happened?
Bill Clinton was here, and he just sprinted off as fast as he could.
I got like a hood thrown over me and thrown into a limo.
Wow. Yeah, but he can run really fast once. He was going at least like 10 miles per hour, I swear.
Well, you do know he's like eating healthier now. Maybe that's why. Like he lost all that weight.
Man. So, yeah, what was the news you wanted to talk about?
Well, what I was going to mention is that Bill Clinton's big dumb novel, The President is Missing, is being turned into a TV show.
Oh yeah, he told me about that. I guess that's why he was here.
Oh, he stole the news from me?
Yeah. We talked all about it.
All right. Well, I mean, the only thing I can really add is that
he kind of threatened me a little bit, I think.
Oh?
Yeah, don't worry about that. So, what were you saying?
The only thing I can really add is that the guy who directed the last two Mission Impossibles movies is a producer. So I guess Tom Cruise can be the president? I don't know.
Well, if I can think of a good director for a book like that, yeah.
I don't know what... So, like, that's the thing. Are they going to model the president after Bill Clinton, or is it just supposed to be, like, a regular president?
Well, I don't know how they're going to approach that. Do you think they're going to know that it's supposed to be a self-insert fanfic, or...
It does kind of sound like a self-insert fanfic, huh?
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I don't know. This description of the book calls him noble. I don't know if that would describe Bill Clinton.
Well, his self-image might be a little inaccurate, but who knows? I will die laughing if they bring in a Bill Clinton lookalike who does an impression.
Just has him come in and sit down and be like, I gotta go stop this investigation. I can't do a Bill Clinton impression. Sorry, Keo.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We already had the real Bill Clinton on the show just now, so we don't really need you doing the voice.
Yeah. Anyway, that's sure to be a interesting experience. We'll probably end up watching it.
I think I do want to watch that.
Anyway, that's it for the news, Kiorein. So that means it's time for a segment.
Uh-oh.
Keo's got a problem. It's Keo's Crackdown. Hit the theme. Me? Ba-bum. Bum-bum. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum.
Okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. I mean, just for me, because I'm the one who's... I mean, it's going to get pretty heated, Swanson, so I want you to be ready. I want you to not freak out like last time.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think I was the one who was freaking out last time. But
I mean, you were pretty freaked out.
I don't remember it like that, but sure.
So I've got a weather-related issue this time.
Oh, you know how the weather makes me feel.
Actually, I don't know how the weather makes you feel, but it made me feel... It made me feel really angry this week, Swanson.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear about it.
You ever just look up at the sky during a cloudy day and notice shapes and just things you see up there that are just interesting?
I mean, yeah, sometimes.
Well, this week, the clouds were laughing at me. There was a smiley face up in the sky looking at me, smiling, mocking me, looking at me.
Look, if you'll allow me to play devil's advocate for a second here, Kiorein. How do you know it wasn't just like smiling, like, "Hey, hope you're having a good day, pal."
No, Swanson. It was not a warm, friendly smile. It was a mocking, just cruel smile. Swanson.
And you could tell that based off of the sky?
Yeah, it was a grinning, malicious cloud up in the sky looking at me. Because everywhere I looked, I could see the cloud looking right down back at me. And it was up there for hours.
Yeah, I feel like you're sort of adding your own preconceived notions to the sky.
What am I going to do about this, Swanson?
Well, you could.
It made me feel so powerless, so weak, and just...
Is it still there?
No, it's not. I couldn't kill it or anything.
Well, you can't kill a cloud.
I could, scramble it so it's not making that shape anymore.
Well, sure, but, it's already gone, so I think your problem is, kind of solved.
It got away. I couldn't do anything. Swanson,
what do you think it's going to come back?
What if it does?
Well, be prepared this time. Rent a plane. And the next time you see it, get in that plane, fly up there, and just go straight into it.
What, like a little biplane or something? Just fly up into the clouds and just...
Yeah, and just mess the cloud all up.
Oh, are you going to be my co-pilot?
Do you know how to fly a plane?
No. This is your idea, though. So you better be on board, Swanson.
Okay, let's take some flight lessons and then sure.
Well, that's a long-term solution. What if the cloud is back tomorrow? I need to get this plane right now.
Well, I'm sure we can get the basics down in a day. There's probably a YouTube tutorial.
Just how to fly a biplane?
Yeah. It's probably simple. I mean, come on. Dummies in 1940 could do it.
So you're comfortable with me watching a YouTube tutorial on a plane and then getting on a plane with me and being my co-pilot?
It sounds like I have to be.
Yeah, you do have to be, because if you don't, implied threat, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing Bill Clinton did to you.
Yeah, something bad's gonna happen if you don't do what I say, Swanson. That's all I...
All right, well, it's not really implied anymore.
I mean...
Now it's just sort of overt.
I mean, it's vague.
Yeah, still... I mean, I'm gonna do it either way, don't worry.
Okay, I mean, you keep looking at the door like you're about to run or something.
Well, I was gonna go check and see if the cloud was there.
You were going to just leave in the middle of the podcast to go look at the sky and see if the cloud's there in the night sky?
Well, if it was there right now, wouldn't you want to know? Imagine how ridiculous that would be. That would prove your theory that it is, in fact, taunting you specifically. If a cloud shows up in the middle of the night sky. Okay,
that's a good point. But if the cloud's out there while I'm not even outside, I don't care. It's fine. Whatever. I don't have to look. It's fine. I don't care.
It sounds like you want to look.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh, please don't be.
Swanson!
Please don't be.
Swanson.
Yeah?
I'm scared.
Why?
I have a feeling the cloud's going to be out there.
Well, just look real quick.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
Please don't be out there. 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 Please don't be out there.
Swanson.
Yeah?
Guess what?
What?
It's back.
The cloud is there?
Well, I mean, it's a different cloud.
Oh, what is it?
It looks like a middle finger, I swear.
Can I go look?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh my god. I can't believe you made me look at that stupid cloud. I'm gonna kill Swanson when he gets back. Huh?
Yeah, I mean that was a cloud.
And you agree it looks like a middle finger, right?
I mean, it just looked like sort of a wavy cloud.
What are you getting at here, Swanson?
Nothing. I mean, it just seems like it was, cloud that was slightly.
Are you saying I'm seeing things that aren't really there?
I mean, I wouldn't say that so much. I would more intimate it.
We're gonna have a sit-down talk after the podcast.
Well, we're having a sit-down talk now. It's called the podcast.
Like, this is like a Patreon special where I verbally abuse you.
Oh, I don't like that. But I guess if I get paid for it, it's all worth it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we have any patrons or a Patreon page up, but yeah.
We have neither.
So, yeah, you're not getting paid for it. You're just going to be abused.
And then maybe later we'll release it on Patreon.
Yeah.
All right, sounds fun.
I yell at you about clouds for a few minutes.
I hear about people yelling at clouds, but yelling about clouds?
Outrageous. All right, well, I think I'm pretty satisfied with the outcome of this situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to fly a plane tomorrow and I guess kill some clouds.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, bud.
Hope you don't try to skip town or anything.
I would never book a ticket right now or anything. That's ridiculous.
Hey, what are you doing on your phone?
Texting.
That's really rude. We're podcasting.
You're right. Sorry. Just let me send this last text. All right. I'm all booked. I mean, done.
Cool. So what's next on the agenda?
All right. Well, it's time for another popular segment on the show. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Keo. Wow, a vaguely European theme. Yes, we watched two trailers this week.
Yeah, one of them was a Supreme Bowl advertisement, wasn't it?
Yes, one of them was for The Handmaid's Tale, and it aired on the Super Bowl times.
And it's about women taking over the world?
Sure. The Handmaid's Tale itself is a popular book by Margaret Atwood. I think that's her name. I hope I got that name right. Where, ladies are sort of oppressed and their rights are controlled. All the fun stuff that's not at all accurate to modern day America.
It's a non-fiction book?
No. It's fictional, you see, because it takes place in the year 2020, and it deals with ladies who, are only there to produce children. So it's, clearly fictional and not anything that could conceivably happen.
That's never happened in human history, as far as I know.
Nope. It's not right at all. It's inaccurate, some would say. Anyway, so this trailer is a little heavy-handed, which is what I would call anything after season 1 of The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, you mean like basically quoting Donald Trump's talking points at the beginning of the trailer?
Yeah. Well, also, that was straight up a clip from a Ronald Reagan ad.
Great.
It's Morning in America is like a popular Ronald Reagan political ad.
Oh, I did actually not get that reference. All I knew was that that line about more women today are working than any time in the past.
Oh yeah, Trump stole that from Ronald Reagan as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was just as BS when Reagan said it.
That's true. What, you mean the whole mid-'80s craze of ladies in the workplace was inaccurate?
Well, it's even more inaccurate now because there's just population growth, basically.
What do you mean, Keo? Ladies are in the workplace and they're being treated just as fairly as men, and there's nothing wrong going on. in any of these situations.
They're just getting paid less because of personal choices.
Yeah, there's no power dynamics in display here that make it, wrong or potentially liable.
We've got no issues with gender roles. It's all been settled. It's just, choices, free will.
That's what makes this show so ridiculous. But yeah.
So what is the premise of this show?
It takes place in a dystopian future where ladies are, breeding stock.
Uh-huh.
It's also a Christian fundamentalist future, so, our future.
Great.
Anyway, yeah, so we see all these ladies taken over, and I guess that's a thing to look forward to. I don't know. We see like a lot of like
they look
crazy,
real satisfied with themselves.
Yeah, we see a lot of like crazy stuff going on. People are like killing and like burning. And then we get the final shot, which is the Washington Monument has been replaced with a cross. A little on the nose, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it gets the point across.
Ha ha!
I'm going to be executed for that joke, aren't I?
Yeah, in the year 2020 you will be. It doesn't, I looked it up. It doesn't actually say when the year is in the book, but I'm going to say 2020 because I don't want to assume that it would happen any time before then.
It's in the year 2424.
A reference for no one. I feel like someone got that reference.
There's some women who have the will to survive or something.
All right, if someone got that reference, please let us know using the hashtag I got it.
And if you didn't get it, tweet the hashtag no.
That's right. So yeah, we did watch a second trailer. This one for a upcoming FX adaptation of a movie. That movie that is now being a TV show is called What We Do in the Shadows. It's about vampires and stuff.
Very offensive.
Yeah, you were offended by this?
Yeah, it was basically a mockery of vampires.
You don't do any of the things that they were doing in this trailer?
I mean, it's a stereotype. Come on, he did every single thing that is a stereotype for vampires. I mean, I do some of them. Look, we all drink a little bit of blood. Even people do. That's not like
what?
It's not funny.
People don't drink blood, Keo.
What are you talking about? Like, I see people drinking like out of a big glass cup with red liquid in it all the time.
Yeah, that's wine. It's called wine.
What?
Yeah, it's alcohol. Gets you drunk. Man. Gets you turnt.
Okay, but yeah, this was actually a pretty funny trailer.
Yeah, usually the trailers we watch are not good. And
yeah, they either just leave us feeling nothing or bored.
Yeah, even if they're trailers for what are ostensibly good shows, like the two trailers we watched for True Detective, they're usually just like boring or like something. This one was fun.
Yeah, it really got across this really fun vibe. Lots of interesting characters to follow. Yeah,
lots of vampire stuff. There was a bit about werewolves, I think. One of them got pissed. One of them smelled werewolf piss and noticed that they were in their lawn. The best bit is the guy who's the emotional vampire.
Yeah, he drains your energy by being really boring and annoying.
Which is it's a good gag, and I hope that character is not just like a one-off joke, because I want to see the energy vampire just going around annoying people and just boring them to death.
Yeah, I'm hoping that was a demo reel for all the characters who are going to recur in the show, because they were all pretty great, I think.
Yeah, I like the vassal who works for the I guess the leader of this group of vampires. He seems like the leader. He's just a kind of dorky guy who kind of sucks up to the vampire.
Yeah.
There's a good bit where he purposely I don't know if he purposely does. The actor probably purposely did it. He mispronounces macabre.
Yeah.
And is holding up like a paper skeleton. And the vampire
one misconception we have here, vampires don't do fire magic. That's ridiculous. That would never happen.
No, you don't do fire magic.
No, absolutely not.
Do you wish you could do fire magic?
I mean, like, yeah, it would be cool. I mean, I have ice magic, which is what vampires actually use.
So that's different?
Yeah, ice is the opposite of fire, Swanson.
Well, I know, but like that makes it the myth different.
Yeah, it's inaccurate, you know?
Yeah. I guess ice is just something that would be like, too hard to put in a show.
Look, it's like if I told you that the human body was composed of like mostly fire, you'd be like, that's wrong. That's offensive. You'd be offended.
Well, yeah, but that's also not a good. If you told me the human body was made of mostly water, I'd be like, you're accurate. That's right.
Yeah, but if I told you it was mostly fire, you'd be mad. You'd be angry.
I'd just say you're wrong. I wouldn't be mad.
Why are you mad?
I'm not mad.
Swanson, all I'm saying is some pretty simple things, and you're getting angry with me about it. Like,
I'm not. This isn't me angry.
Swanson, why are you upset with me right now?
I'm not.
Why are you mad? I don't get it.
No, I'm not. I am very much not angry.
Look, I can see you're making a fist there. You're getting angry.
Okay, well now I'm getting angry because you keep saying I'm angry.
Why are you mad? All I'm doing is commenting on what's happening.
I'm getting angry because you're saying I wasn't angry before, and now I'm angry.
Well, just calm down, chill out.
No, I can't now. I'm angry.
You got anger problems, and you need to get help.
Yeah, my anger problem's you.
Uh-oh.
And I know how to get rid of it.
I'm in too deep on this one.
I know how to get rid of it with garlic. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to cut up some garlic in front of you.
Oh, no. Swanson, that smells bad.
Yeah, it smells bad to me, too, but it must smell worse because you're a vampire and they hate garlic.
Oh, I like garlic.
What?
Yeah, that's a myth, too.
Okay, well, I wish I had a cross lying around here somewhere.
I'm a devout Christian.
Oh. That must be why you were talking about Jesus why you always preach Jesus to me.
Well, just this week.
Yeah. Anyway.
I recently converted.
Oh, that's bold of you in your 1,000 years.
Crosses do like burn my skin and make me rapidly die, but
that must be hard to go to a church service then.
Very difficult, but I figure it out.
It's very bold of you in your after living 1,000 years to finally decide that God existed.
I didn't want to take any chances.
That's fair, I guess. Anyway, that's been Trailer Blazers. And now it's time for our main event, Kiorein.
Oh, the piece de resistance?
That's what we would say if either of us were French, but neither of us are.
Oh.
We watched a show, and now we're going to talk about it in your ear holes.
That sounds pleasant.
And it's also a very pleasant way to refer to it. So we talked about Russian Doll, Netflix's new Groundhog's Day-esque show. We
already talked about it?
No, we're about to talk about it.
You just said we talked about it, Swanson.
Does it feel like we talked about it?
We talked about it.
Do you want to talk about it again?
Well, the idea of talking about it again is freaking me out because I feel like we didn't, but did.
Well, now we're going to talk about it.
For the first time or for the second time?
Well, it's hard to say because now I'm feeling like I've talked about it before too, and I'm not sure if we have or not. I hope this is fucking up someone who's listening to this right now. Someone is listening to this and just freaking out. Or they've shut the podcast off. Either or.
They're just like, okay, the fun part's over. I'm just gonna...
Oh, now they're talking about TV. Never mind. I was in when they were talking about Jesus. But now they tuned me out.
Yeah, so we watched Russian Doll.
Yeah. So we start off in this party. It's party time's happening. Well, we start off with this lady looking in a mirror. This is Natasha Lyonne, infamous, I don't know, popular comedian. And she's here.
I had no idea.
Yeah, she's here. She's looking in a mirror, and she grabs a doorknob that is a gun handle.
She's at a wacky party with some crazy New Yorkers.
Yeah, and then she's with some crazy New Yorkers in an impossible New York apartment.
My favorite.
There's like 5 rooms in this bitch. How do you afford that? With a bunch of artists.
Well, they actually explain it in this show, bizarrely.
Yeah, oddly enough, they do actually explain it. And also, I liked how wacky the decor on the party was, because it makes sense once you realize the premise of the show. If they're going to have to keep going back to this party, it is appropriate that they should have some, stylistic choices involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, she goes out to get ready for this party, which we learn is her birthday party, her 36th birthday. And she just smokes a joint laced with PCP. The good stuff, as they say.
PCP?
Is that right? No, it's laced with cocaine. It would be much different if it was laced with PCP.
She just goes outside and goes on a rampage.
Yeah. Maybe it was filled with PCP. We don't know. We don't actually get really definitive answers. Actually, we do, but... Who knows if they're definitive or not? Nothing is reliable in this narrative. So yeah,
very difficult to say exactly what's happening.
She's talking with her friend. Her friend gives her an Israeli joint. Is that how they do it in Israel?
They put cocaine on it, yeah.
Is that no wonder they're so aggressive? Yeah. So she, her friend's, whose name I don't remember, is talking to her, Maxine, and she's throwing this party for her, and she is cooking a bunch of stuff for party goers. I don't know if that's a regular cooking a chicken seems like a lot for a party. Just cooking a big old chicken.
They're having a feast, a drug feast.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
People are gonna have munchies, I'm sure, on some of the drugs they're taking. Come on.
Yeah, Maxine's girlfriend shows up. I'm assuming it's her girlfriend, but we do see her sleeping with other people. I don't know. Maybe they have an open relationship. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, they're just out of control, really.
Yeah. So Maxine's girlfriend shows up, and they have a back and forth of the exchange. This was my favorite part, which is Natasha's character says, "Does she even know what 9/11 is?" And the lady replies, "Does anyone?"
Yeah, did 9/11 actually happen, or what's the story there?
I don't know, but may I interest you in a piece of media called Loose Change?
Ooh, that sounds legitimate.
It'll tell you the inside story.
That 9/11 never happened.
That's right, that's part of it. What if they released a new volume of Loose Change and they were like, we were wrong, it never happened?
I would smile warmly.
How far in the future do you think we have to get before people start denying 9/11?
I guess everyone who actually saw it has to be dead.
Well, I guess, because it's not like the Holocaust. You can't just...
Actually, people who... There's still survivors.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, there's still definitive proof that the Holocaust exists, and there's deniers. So, I'd say 40 years.
Okay, but so are they gonna say the towers going down on countless videos is just CGI done over and over again.
They're just going to say it didn't happen. Not true.
So they're just going to be like, nope, video, nope.
Well, yeah, because there's countless videos of dead bodies in Nazi camps. This is a fun conversation.
I mean, there's not that many compared to 9/11 having live news feeds of the towers going down and all kinds of crazy stuff happening.
That's true. I don't know. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if in 40 years, God willing, that we're all alive.
Hollywood hoax, my friends. Hollywood hoax.
Steven Spielberg filmed the 9/11.
He's the mastermind behind the whole thing.
What a dour conversation that was.
It's the show's fault. This show's very grim and morbid.
That's true. This show is the definition of morbid humor. So yeah, we get a kind of shitty dude that she's talking to. This like college literature professor who's kind of an asshole.
They bone.
Yeah, they bone and all that. She keeps seeing a homeless guy who she keeps saying she knows, but we never have an interaction between the two of them. But I did look at the credits, Keo, and I don't know if you're prepared for this.
Ooh.
That homeless dude's named Horse.
That's crazy. He's going to show up.
Well, obviously, if he has a name. What if his name... What if
Schrodinger's horse.
If a homeless man appears more than twice in a film or a TV show, he is a horse. He is named Horse. Yeah.
Write that down, viewers at home. Have that ready in your notes for whenever you're consuming any more media.
So yeah, we get these guys. These two are getting ready to go to the Bone Town, USA.
Boner City.
Population 2. Usually. So there's a couple rowdy drunks in this store, and that means something probably for later episodes. It gets to kind of mean something in the second one, but right now they're just random drunks.
There's a friend who's kind of like, seems like he's freaking out or something.
Yeah, there's a guy vomiting, and then another friend who's like having a freak time. He's getting freaky with it.
Bad day.
And it's just sort of a weird occurrence. And then the groundhog's time happens.
And she's looking for her lost cat, which I don't think we mentioned before.
Oh, yeah, that's mentioned at the party, is that her cat has gone missing and she's looking for it. She sees it across the street. And
just kind of runs off into the street.
Gets hit and dies. As you do.
Brutal.
It's pretty brutal. It's actually ridiculously brutal. I mean, the show gets more brutal than that in the second episode, but this was pretty brutal.
Well, the first death was actually brutal, but they just...
That's true. The rest are...
get kind of comical.
Yeah, the rest are more comical. This is like the brutalist of the deaths.
That's the real death.
Yeah. The rest are just fake deaths that you're thinking about while you actually die.
Yeah.
Did we crack the code?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm sure the show, which is I'm sure the show is going to reveal that to be true, because this seems to me
everything that happens is just her dying thoughts. And
yeah,
that's it.
That type of hokey shit totally fits in line with what I watch.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's another choice.
You're a genius, Swanson. You're a genius.
Well, I don't like.
You're my friend.
I don't like to say it, but I sure do love it when other people do. So we get her reliving the whole incident, and the first go around, it's like sort of like a hazy, like, did I just do that? I feel like I'm doing this again. But we do get another choice quote from her friend Maxine, where her girlfriend says that she enjoys the carving on the door, because there's like a sort of blue carving on the door. I don't know how it's actually done, because it doesn't seem like there's any light or anything. You know what I'm talking about.
She's very talented, Swanson.
Yeah, there's like a 3D sort of painting on the door. And Maxine replies, "Ah, thanks. Is it vaginal enough?"
Let it go.
Yeah?
No, that's what she says. She says, let it go.
Mm.
Like, don't talk about that anymore. It's fine.
It's enough. And then we get some dead mother issues come up because as we learn, I
always want to say I like that line because when you first see that carving on the door, it does not look vaginal at all. But after she says that, you can't stop thinking about it.
And it is. We do see that carving on the door many times later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good line.
That's a pretty good use for this format, making us see something differently that we're going to be seeing over and over again.
Yeah, the show's pretty clever in that kind of way. Nadia, that's her name in the show. Nadia's therapist / close family friend shows up. And what we get this time is essentially a different version of how the party would have gone down had she not just immediately left with someone.
Yeah, her chain-smoking mentor.
Yeah, and they hash out the dead mother issues that seem to be what's going to be a recurring theme. They mentioned that her mom died at her 30 before she could make it to 36, so that seems to be, something that would set up what's going on here. What's really going on here?
You're trying to crack the code, Swanson. You're getting close. Too close. The government's watching.
The government doesn't want you to know what happens in Russian, doll. But I'm here to tell you the truth. It's all a dream. She's inside the Matrix and Neo is there.
Hey, that's a good theory.
Yeah, there's not nearly enough leather for this to be the Matrix.
You're right. But it does have computers that have black screens with green text on them.
It's true, so it is close to the Matrix. Do we get that in this episode or the next one?
We get it in both. At the end of the episode, you see her kind of
coding,
do some work,
getting in the mainframe, surfing the net. Is that what they call it?
It's called hacking the grid.
Oh,
actually, Swanson.
Whoa. Yeah, she's
jacking in.
There's actually a scene where she's click-clacking on a keyboard, and then she says, "I'm in."
That was confusing because they didn't follow up on it at all.
Yeah, what did that mean? She was just coding. What could she possibly be in? Did she figure out the movement of something?
She made that green man do something.
But yeah, there's a lot of personal setting up in this first episode, but they do manage to keep it fun.
Yeah, it didn't drag too much.
So then her ex-boyfriend shows up, and that's when things get serious.
She's like, "Oi, bruv."
He's not British. But yeah, he shows up, and we sort of get I love when an ex character shows up in a show and you can instantly tell why their relationship failed.
Yeah.
It's a really nice bit of work on a show.
The whole dynamic is spelled out in 2 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, you can instantly tell why this didn't work out and probably won't ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, this guy is nice but also kind of a dick. It's hard to say because you're seeing things from her perspective, but he does seem like a bit much.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems really weary on one hand, but also just kind of rude on the other.
Yeah, of course. Once again, this is a previous relationship that we're just getting involved in. So, but yeah,
we have really no idea what actually happened between them.
She reveals that he agrees to help her find her cat. And they go around looking for it. Although he thinks it's just a pretext to take him home. She assures him that is not the case. And then I guess just abandons him after she finds the cat. Because he does not show back up. Until she...
Yeah, she's just like, nope, I'm not taking you home. Bye.
Yeah, she sees the cat. She does get stopped from getting run over this time. By him. And then goes looking for the cat. Finds it in the park, At which point...
Sits down with it by the water,
yeah.
and then the cat kind of vanishes, and then she just dies again.
The cat vanishes, she freaks out, and she falls over the railing into the water and drowns. This time showing back up and spitting out water, which is a nice touch.
Yeah.
And then she freaks out, right? Because this isn't the end of the first episode, is it?
I think it's getting near the end of the first episode.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't remember if she freaks out. She freaks out. Her friend's like, "You're acting crazy," and she doesn't dig that, so she leaves the party, and then that's the end of the first episode. Because the second episode ends by telling us that it's not quite Groundhog's Day, because she does wake up the next day and it is a new day.
Yeah, so she can make it all the way to her death, and then it restarts from the beginning.
Yeah, so it's a different scenario. It's just different enough that it doesn't feel like that it feels more like a homage than a direct ripoff.
Yeah. They tweak the rules to the point where it's a different story.
Yeah, which is totally cool.
Radical.
Whoa. Awesome.
All right.
Also, that was a nice cat. Before it disappeared, that's what I had written down in my notes, but then it disappeared, and I was like, well, I can't say it's a nice cat anymore. It just disappeared.
It was a good kitty. It probably wasn't the cat's fault. It disappeared.
Arguably, the cat might not exist.
The cat could be the Grim Reaper himself.
The cat is death, come for all of us. You can't escape the cat.
Oh, I just got a text from the U.S. government.
Uh-oh.
It says, "Don't talk about the cat."
Whoa, we must be on to something. Well, I'm here to tell you the truth, listeners. That cat means something.
Swanson, be careful.
They don't want you to know, but that cat is important to the story.
Swanson, the government's angry.
Did they send you that in a text?
Yeah, it's from US Gov, and it says, "We're angry."
Oh no, I should probably stop then. But I can't stop, and I won't, because we got another episode to talk about.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, she wakes up that next day, and she has to go to a coding meeting. This is the weirdest part of the episode.
Yeah, they were giving their buddies accolades, saying, "Oh, good job. You're a great programmer. But we found some bugs in your code," which is super unusual for programming.
Yeah, that never happens. I liked how quickly she just solved the issue, but I don't know how accurate that is to coding.
It's not.
Oh, you can't just like clickety-clack a couple times and then you solve it?
Okay, like first of all, you have to know what the bug was in the first place. You have to run it, see what the behavior is. Then you can fix it. It'll probably take at least a couple attempts to fix it, unless you already knew what you did wrong.
Wow. Well, she did already know what the other person did wrong.
But the worst part of it about this scene was that apparently all of these computers are hooked up to one monitor on the wall or something. Where they just have this wireframe green man that they're making run, and that was what the code was for?
Yeah,
she fixed it?
It was a code to make someone run. A very complicated string of codes that 4 people were working on that makes someone run. That's why video games have so many coders, because you have to have 4 at least to make someone run.
And she ran the code instantly, so it didn't have to compile or anything, so it was apparently a pretty small program.
Yeah. I don't know. I have to assume the coding thing becomes important later, otherwise there's no point to give me an inside look into what her job is.
Yeah, it's because they're in the Matrix.
Ah, yeah, you're right, Kyo. Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text from the government. It says, Kyo is speaking truth. Don't let him. That's weird. Well, I'm gonna let you, Kyo.
We probably shouldn't be reading these texts out loud.
Nah, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, wait, hold on. I just got another one that says, don't read these texts out loud. Oops.
Swanson.
Oh, well, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? It's not like they could kill us. What's that?
They did kill us. We just wake up in some infinite loop, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's true. What's that dot on your chest?
Oh, it's just a red dot for fashion.
Oh, nice. So yeah, we get
Swanson, did you convert to Hinduism?
No, why?
You have a red little dot on your forehead.
Oh, it was probably just like a pimple I popped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so her friend apologizes to her, Maxine, and says another choice quote. She has some real good quotes, evidently, where she says, "Cooking is a joy, but it alters my personality." Which...
That's deep.
Yeah, it's relatable. I actually don't know if it's relatable. I don't think cooking alters my person. I haven't cooked for people often, so... But yeah, she gets back from her coding meeting. This is a question I had for you, Kiorein. Do you think someone who's like... Do you think like a coder watched this and got angry? Like a male, like a big douchey male coder watched this and got angry? Because a lady solved the problem.
Swanson, I got angry. What are you saying about me?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you're not like, a big dweeb.
I don't think women should be programming.
Oh.
It's kind of encroaching on my territory.
Uh-oh.
What's the problem?
That's Keo, that's a little sexist. I mean, ladies could easily learn code just as well as a guy could.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, about how well you take to learning it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to immediately change my worldview and stop being such a bigot. Thanks, Swanson.
Wow, what great progress.
Yeah, I don't know if there was enough there for somebody to get angry at it.
I feel like there was just enough, which is that a lady solved a bunch of guys' problems, which is just enough.
It happened so quickly, though, and it was like such a silly little scene. I don't know. Yeah. Probably one guy watched it and he was just like, "Oh, it's ridiculous. This is totally breaking my immersion with this show. Unrealistic."
But yeah, so she starts looking for answers into the Israeli cigarette that she smoked, Israeli joint. She calls her ex, and he gives her like some patronizing stuff, and she has some top-notch jerk-off motions during this.
Do you ever do that when you're on the phone with somebody? Just like make a jerk-off motion while they're talking for a long time?
I would never do that. Certainly not when you're talking to me. I don't do that with anyone. Certainly not you. You're my friend.
Okay. I've never done that to you either. We're good pals.
Yeah. Wait, what?
We're good friends.
You're right, friend. Yeah, so we get her going to War Dog, who is the maker of these cigarettes or these joints, and
turns out it's not cocaine. It's actually ketamine, which freaks her out because she thinks she hasn't taken it before.
And we learned that she has actually taken it before in a later reboot, I guess. Yeah.
So the whole idea that these time loops were drug induced kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, I do just like how like cheery this cocaine dealer is.
He's a happy guy.
Yeah, he like when she brings it up the first time, he's like, "Oh yeah, did you try it? It's great, isn't it?" Later on, after she does some more investigating, she finds her way into his den, his drug den.
His colored lighting drug lab.
Yeah, which is under his club, and he's there with just like an old doctor who is my favorite bit character in this entire series. He's just like a real fun, energetic cocaine doctor. Where he's like, "Yeah, I put Special K in there. It really, people are telling me it really helps."
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely question my sanity if I saw that.
Yeah. So then we get to the best part of the episode, which is she dies again, and then she keeps going. She keeps trying to leave the party and cannot make it past the stairs.
She just keeps instantly dying on the stairs, just falling and breaking her neck repeatedly.
Yeah, and it happens so many times to the point where it stops being grim and just becomes a fun joke, where she keeps leaving the party, going down the stairs, and then falling, like running into someone. Eventually, she tells everyone to stop and stand away from her, and then immediately gets thrown over the railing by somebody.
She gets really smug about it after a few steps, and then immediately dies.
Yeah, it's all really good stuff. So then eventually she decides that she's just going to enjoy the party, and then we get another fun. They really go all out with the fun directing choices in this one, because then we get like a steady cam shot of like following her around during the party, where everything is sort of blurry in the background as the party is going on, and she's just chilling out.
Yep, and she discovers that she can sleep away one night, but she's not going to break the loop with drugs.
No, she can't do that. She wakes up and there's like an orgy pile around her, which is fun. Not around her, but like in the vicinity.
Very casual orgy pile.
Yeah. I love the person who stands up and has a dildo just like strapped to their butt. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's just a very casual work by that extra.
Just like, yeah, whatever. It happens at a party.
So she confides in Maxine's girlfriend, who tells her that that she is in fact the person that you should confide in, because everyone who gets drugged out should, or does. And she goes to visit the psychiatrist that we met in the first episode, who we get a real weird scene of the psychiatrist helping a guy with his marital problems.
Have you tried asking to be held?
It was both funny and weirdly like heartwarming, just because that guy sold it so well.
I will agree that was just a strange scene with a lot of mixed emotions.
But yeah, she goes to see her close family friend, and they have a conversation. And she assures her that this is like a real worry that she's having. And so they load her up into the loony bin.
They've got some of the most unprofessional men working there.
These are the most incompetent EMT workers in the world. So they're just asking all of these like weird personal questions, and she's getting agitated by it, obviously. And there's a guy, and the driver keeps turning around to like add input.
Hey, what's going on back there?
Yeah, so we
got a redhead?
Fire down below. It's so fucking weird.
And the moment he does that, she's just like, oh no.
Yeah. And yeah, he eventually looks away one too many times and crashes into a car, and she dies. And rightfully so. She's just like, all right, fuck this shit. And she decides that this is just her existence now. And that's where we end up on this second episode.
Yeah, those paramedics or whatever you call them, were pretty great. Like, that's how you deal with somebody who's about to be, what do you call it when you get locked up in a mental institution?
Not incarcerated, I know that much.
And that's for prison, where you learn how to kill other people really efficiently.
Is that what you do in prison?
Yeah. It's like a shanking class in prison.
Wow, that's pretty wild. Anyway,
yep.
That's the end of the episode.
Committed. That's the word.
Yeah, I was trying to find it, but then I just decided to not. But yeah, she dances the party away with like a very crazed look, saying, "Oh, this party's never going to end, because it won't. It can't." And she's seems fully broken.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Good ending for the series.
Oh, well, there's like 6 more episodes, Keo.
Oh, so we might find out what's happening then.
Yeah, if the government lets you.
I put my phone on vibrate because I'm kind of scared. Oh, Swanson, I got 9 messages from U.S. government.
Oh, well, don't read them out loud.
Ooh, yeah, we gotta end the podcast.
Okay, all right. So any last thoughts on Russian Doll?
It was good. I mean, yeah, I'd tune in.
Yeah, this is a tune in for me. It was fun. I wasn't completely sold until the second episode, which is just a joy to watch. There's just so much wackiness going on.
Less concrete opinions. Just kind of try to wrap it up. Oh my gosh!
All right, so that's a tune in for Russian Doll, and that'll about do it for this week's episode, Kiorein. There is.
All right, we can do plugs.
Oh, okay. I'm glad the government is letting us.
Or rather, we must do plugs.
All right. Well, we do have an email address. If you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kiorein?
The email is tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I've been told that I must be very professional during this final segment, and I have to get everything correct.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say, buddy. That's what I'm saying.
Swanson, please.
Anyway, we're on Twitter as well, TV Tuners. You can also use the hashtag TV Tuners and find the podcast there. We are also on Twitter. I am on Twitter at Jesse Swanson.
Yes, I'm on Twitter as well. I'm at Real Kiorein. That is RealKiorein.
Wow, that's Oh, okay. Was I supposed to spell mine out? It seemed pretty. You could probably find it easily.
Oh, mine's a little harder to, spell. So I spelled mine out.
Oh, right. All right. Well, yeah, we're also on all the podcatchers of your choice: Apple, Google Play, Stitcher, all the fine podcatchers. You can just find us there and give us a review, rate us 5 stars. It really helps the podcast get noticed and would be much appreciated.
Yes, and our relationship with Saudi Arabia is appropriate.
What?
And good.
We don't... yeah, sure. And that's it for this week's episode of TV Tuners. Until next week, keep watching. Bye.
Goodbye.
It's over.
I found him.